CPL 33 wants members to understand what supporting documentation is needed for sick leave. Here are key points to keep in mind. 1. Time to provide documentation. You have 15 days from the agency's request to provide administratively acceptable evidence or medical certification. If you can't meet this deadline despite good faith efforts, you may have up to 30 days with a reasonable extension request. FMLA covered employees may get an extended time frame if necessary. 2. Absences. Less than 3 days. The agency must have a documented, legitimate reason for requiring medical documentation for absences of less than 3 days. This should be based on a documented history of sick leave abuse or other rational explanations to avoid claims of discrimination or impropriety. 3. Evidence of incapacity for work. If you provide acceptable evidence of incapacitation, the agency must grant sick leave. A. Medical certificates. Medical certificates from a healthcare provider stating the nature, start date, expected duration, and relevant details of the illness or injury, and stating that the employee is incapacitated and unable to work. B. Self-certification. In some cases, an employee's self-certification, a written statement, explaining their illness or injury, and confirming their inability to work can be acceptable, especially for shorter absences. C. Work restrictions. Documentation from a healthcare provider indicating specific work restrictions due to the condition, which prevents performing job duties. If the restrictions prevent the employee from performing their job, this can be evidence of incapacitation. D. Other relevant documentation. Any other acceptable documents like specialist notes or physical therapy records. Follow these guidelines to ensure your sick leave is processed correctly. For further assistance, contact your local union representative.